Good evening. Welcome to Investigator News, and I'm your host, Ellie Holder. And boy, I've been sick, folks. Boy, we won't go there though. Welcome back. I'm having a great time today. Hello to Karen. Karen's our moderator, and I did a show with her, so look forward to seeing that maybe tomorrow. Uh, I don't know, Karen. Do you want me to show you, or you want to put on a new face? Boy, this mug here is crazy. Yeah, I got all kinds of faces. Weather, oh boy, frightful. Karen, you going to be digging out of the snow, you and Susan? I wonder. Um, boy, I got some. Look at that weather. We were down to 32 degrees here in Arkansas today. Uh, we've been up in the almost 70. It's been nice. It's been sunny. We did get a couple. It's your call. uh, Whatever. We'll go there. We got to get William's face, get his mug going too. I talked to him quite a bit. Uh, in fact, William's up next hour. Me and William. It's good to be back. I'm going to get in as much as I can, folks. Just if I'm not on here every day, just know that, just kind of look around and see if, we're in there or not. Uh, or try to keep it at the same hours. So the snow, Miss
Well,
Davis.
rain is going to be a very fast moving system today that will affect the Northeast and parts of the mid Atlantic. Now, this low is moving a little bit further south, and that means the storm, and we're expecting some of the heaviest snow, has trended to the south. However, the nor'easter component of this storm is still in play. And that means not only are we going to see heavy, wet snow along the Northeast, but also these gusty winds. So power outages very much a concern as we go through the afternoon. Now you can see by dinner time, all the snow is gone. We'll still have some lingering winds and some light snow showers in the interior parts of the Northeast, but the main part of this system will be out of here. So it is a fast mover. Here's a look at snowfall totals. Now we're expecting some of that heaviest snow to fall to the south, especially through southeastern Mass. This is where we could pick up 5 to 8 inches along Cape Cod through parts of Rhode Island as well. New York, 3 to 5 inches coming your way. Boston, you'll see some lighter amounts.
Mr. Groundhog. Wow, bring me some snow. You said it was spring. Yeah, yeah. Doesn't he lie? Yeah. Wait till April Fools. Then he's going to come back out and say, ha, it was winter after all. Uh, so, uh, all right, let me get rid of this. California, Southern California folks, boy, I tell you what, they have had rain, they have had snow, they have had flooding, they've got houses falling off of cliffs and earthquakes. Uh, I can't believe who did they piss off? That's what I'm thinking because Southern California was shaken by 13 earthquakes in 25 minutes. 5.0 struck El Centro in the Imperial Valley. Um, 13 in 25 minutes. Wow. To show you kind of, let me see if I can get this up here. All right, let's see. Uh, because I really want to show you guys this. This is something else. Here we go. All right, there, looky there. Now, let me move this over so you guys can see the West Coast. Crazy earthquakes on the West Coast. So you guys got snow on the East Coast, and here we go. Here we go. I'll move it over. Hawaii's going. Now look at that. Uh, this great big tall bit of all the way up. It even goes off the screen. That is Southern California of all them earthquakes. And then down you go into Mexico and they got a bunch. You go up into almost Alaska, they've got a bunch. Even one up in Antarctica, it shows. And this is the last 3 days. So you guys don't freak out. This is the last 3 days worth of earthquakes. So, but I did want to show you uh, uh, this globe. Every once in a while, I bring out the globe. All right. Um, the latest earthquakes, though, folks. Um, I gotta. I think I got it. Yeah. Okay. Let me. I wish there was easier buttons for this stuff. All right. Here we go. I need a secretary that sits in front of me and does all this for me. So there was only 30, 35, 36 earthquakes. It says 37 on there. So you could see the ones that have hit here in America. We had one in Clayton, Idaho, 2.5. Virginia City, Nevada. I have never heard of earthquakes there. I mean, I bet if this was back in the 1800s with the cowboys, Virginia City would be rocking and rolling. They wouldn't know what to think. They might think that one of the gold mines exploded. Then we had one in Round Valley, California, 3.6. Um, Imlay, Nevada, 2.9. Then we had one over White City, New Mexico. And then we go down to, um, uh, oh boy, Estacachon, Mexico. That one was a 4.2. Now I want to get to some of these, like this one over here, uh, Saint Helena or Georgetown. That was right on the mid Atlantic fault line. We did have one way over in Afghanistan. That was a 4.3. All of these are fours. Then we got one, Easter Island got one, a 4.8. Karen, do you think the statues rock over there in Easter Island when they get earthquakes like this? I'm wondering how many have fallen over that we don't know about. Isn't that where the big heads are at? I'm just asking. Hawaii had a couple. They're twos and threes, and that's Pahala. Then over in Papua New Guinea, we had the 5.1. Another one over in let's see. I was able to pull it up. The Philippines got a 5.0. Japan, very quiet. The Aleutian Islands, very quiet. But then you seen the cluster up in Alaska. Well, we had Chinook, 3.4. And we got a bunch of little ones, 2.6. And then we had one up a little bit further, Denali National Park at 2.8. And Yucatan. Now, all of these are pretty shallow, like the Virgin Islands, 3.8. Um, Puerto Rico, Stella, 3.9. We got now, this one here is way down here in New Zealand, Westport, 4.2. Um, all right, just making sure there ain't none further down. Then we have one in Peru, 4.0, and one in Argentina. So as you could see, well, there's one way over here in Indonesia, Martapura. Boy, what a name! I'm gonna name my next cat that Martapura. What do you think, Karen? We'll get us a kitten and name it Martapura. Yeah, 4.8. So that is it for the earthquakes. What does it mean? Well, the ground is so saturated in California, and with all of um, the earthquakes. I think that is why we're seeing, okay, see, here we go. I think this is why we're seeing a lot of these houses tipping off the cliffs, not only landslides due to the flooding and the heavy rains, but there's just nothing to hold on to these houses. And I don't know why people put them on cliffs, but they do. Here we go. Well, there's just some oceanfront property right there. Well, I tell you, so much for the tennis court, huh? I mean, this is really long. I'm going to try to skip through a lot of this. Um, and don't have no sound. It doesn't have any music. Hey, we're going to peek in their house. I wonder if they allowed that. Uh, See, a lot of it's just, um, and look at the rocks. It's tumbled off of it. Now they have had rock slides and big boulders that have come down there. And I've talked to a lot of trees. And when the trees, we had the fires and it's affected the roots, then you have the water. Next thing you know, here comes the winds, the rains, and the trees topple over. A friend of mine, Jean, she posted one with a tree that was in her yard that fell into the neighbor's yard. I think it squished their car. I'm trying to get her to come on the show and tell you about it. Why do they build homes on cliffs? Uh, it, well, it's oceanside property. Now, Florida, I say, why do you build on the ocean if you're just going to be wiped away by a hurricane? And out in California, it's like, why do you build on the cliff when the cliff's eroding and you're going to end up, your house is going to end up, yeah, on the ocean. I don't know why they do this, but they do. I got to fix this. All right. All right. So, uh, boy, I love this story. I found this story last week, and I've been wanting to tell you guys about this one. So this lady's got a boa, and she's just loves her boa. He's 7 foot, and she sleeps with him every night. And he like sleeps either sprawled next to her, or sometimes he kind of coils around her a little bit. And the older he got, and she would put him back in the cage, and she would feed him, the mice and rats and uh, the stuff you feed snakes. I don't want to get gross. So she sleeps with the snake, and oh boy, guys, and it's a boa constrictor. Now, let's see if I can. I think I was able to do that. Um, There we go. There's her with sleeping with her well, it's a python. It says some of it's they say boa on one article, and this says it's a python. All right, so uh, she uh, she said the more she slept with it at night, the less it would eat, and she was wondering if he was too warm or too cold. And so she put an electric blanket on the bed, and the snake seemed to be happy and would coil around her over and over again at night, except for the snake quit eating altogether. And so she got really worried because he started losing a lot of weight, but he was also opening his jaws a lot. Now, snakes do that to get ready to size their mouth up for prey. Um, so she was sleeping with it every night. You can imagine he wasn't really the best bed mate, come to find out. I mean, she just loved to cuddle with him. He's a great little snake, she said, but he started starving. She got real worried in weeks and weeks. So she took the snake to the vet because you could take a snake to the vet. And the vet said, "Oh dear, oh dear. I don't know if I want to tell you why your snake is starving." And she said, "Can it be fixed?" He says, "Oh yeah. We just, we give it, some critters, the correct critters." And she said, "Yeah, but he was turning away." And he said, "For one, don't sleep with your snake. Two, your snake, has it been stretching its mouth?" "Oh yeah," she said. "Well, your snake is sizing you up. One of these days, you're going to wake up and you're going to be halfway in your snake. The snake is not your bed buddy. The snake is looking at you like you're the food source, and you're cuddling up with it." And that's kind of what some critters do when they get into a snake cage. They kind of cuddle up, and the snake will cuddle up and curl around them first. And then when they're ready, they strike and they swallow the critters. Um, so, no, don't sleep and cuddle with your snake. It could be sizing you up for dinner. Oh, yeah. All right. So, loose kangaroos. Boy, oh, these critters, I tell you. Loose kangaroo found, not in Australia, it was in Florida, in an apartment complex. So a lady calls and 911 and says, um, or calls the sheriff department and 911 and said, there's a loose kangaroo in the apartment complex, and he's not very friendly. She said, "Well, yeah. Well, let me get this here. Ha ha. No, come on now.
Complaints advising there's a loose kangaroo in the complex.
Bravo 26, I actually see a kangaroo. It's kind of a large kangaroo. We got it close into the pool gated area.
Loose kangaroo. When are people going to quit bringing animals from other countries? We're going to wake up with a giraffe walking down the street or an elephant. Oh boy. All right. So, um, world's first jet suit. Um, these jet suits that everybody's starting to play with. Well, they've had quite a few of them that's been made, many shapes and sizes. Some of them boards, like hoverboard type things too. Well, now they're finding out this jet suit is great. Right there. I mean, now it's got the jet pack on the back, and you can fly. Um, but they got kind of bored flying, just flying. So now they have jet suit races. Yeah, welcome to the jet suit races. Yeah, is it going to be? I'm waiting for it to be an Olympian sport. Uh, it's this, Gravity Industries is the one that's been working on this, and the race is in Bermuda, and the first one was in 2020. It featured pilots wearing a 1,500 horsepower jet suits and racing against each other on specifically designed course. The course consists of various obstacles and checkpoints, and that the pilots have to navigate, and they're timed. What a great little event. Looky there. We got quite a few of them in the air. Whatever happened to paintball guns? I thought that was going to be the big thing, and they would probably take it to the Olympics. This, I think they can't. I think this is cool. What do you think? Throw it down in the comments. Definitely. Okay, Javelinas in Arizona. Here we go with these strange critters once again, where they don't belong. So, what is a javelina, you ask? Well, it kind of looks like a pig. Um, and What had happened was one kind of showed up in Arizona, and it started scaring. It well, it's not scaring; it was chasing people. It started harassing dogs. It's going to let me do this. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Well, we see a hoof. So this is a javelina. Now they usually I think are in Mexico or South America. They're not friendly folks. They're like wild hogs or boars. Um, and they're one you keep them behind bars. Um, and so when this one was loose, um, well, we don't want the gray fox. There we go. We get rid of the fox. What does the fox say? Ask your kids, your grandkids. Ask your kids, grandkids, what the fox says. Oh yeah, Karen, you wouldn't like that one. Yeah, have you heard it yet? It's like the song that never ends. What's the fox say? Yeah, I asked my granddaughter that, and I'd never get her to shut up. All right, so now we're looking at, well, let's see. Uh, the most sinful states came out. I was like, wow, I didn't know that I even kept track of this stuff. So they said following the sin that's coming up in crime in these states. So here we go. Well, I don't know about Wyoming being one, but they said the top ones. Let's see. Let me get rid of that and get to the bottom where it lists them. Um, so they rank the most sinful states. Nevada came in first place. Louisiana followed it, followed by California, Florida, and Tennessee. Well, I think it's the honky tonk bars in Tennessee. Honky tonk, Tennessee. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh, who corrupted it? I'm going to say Willie Nelson. I don't think Dolly Parton would. I mean, if you think of all the country singers that would pollute Nashville, I bet you if you went into one of the honky tonks that smelled weird, probably Willie Nelson there. All right, so we're down to all right. This came out. Boy, I got warning, and I keep getting them in my emails, and it's driving me nuts. And it's deadly listeria outbreak prompts dairy products recall at Costco, Walmart, and other places. Now it's called Rio Lopez Food. There's been 2 deaths, 23 hospitalizations, in 11 states. This includes Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Nevada, North Carolina, Oregon, Tennessee, Texas, and Washington. That sounds like the list for the sinful states. Maybe that's why they got bad cheese. All right, so what it is they're recalling a batch of aged Cotija, oh boy, Mexican grating cheese. Also, Bright. This is some of the brand names: Bright Farms, Campesino, Casa Cardenas, Dole. Watch out for Dole, folks. Don Francisco, Don Pancho, Dos Ranchitos, El Husha, Food City, Fresh and Ready Foods, Fresh Express, Lorinda, Market Side, Maverick Foods, President's Choice, Ready Pack Bistro, Rio Grande, Rizzo Brothers, Rojo's, San Carlos, Santa Maria, The Perfect Bite, Tio Francisco, and Trader Joe's. And this is not only at Trader Joe's, Whole Foods Market, Walmart, Costco, and Sam's Club. So, all right, we're down to some funny moments here. Karen, which one did you hear? One about the snake? Well, a tall, well-built woman with a good reputation who could cook frog legs, who appreciates a good fuchsia garden, classical music, and talking without getting too serious. Please only read lines 1 through 5. Yeah, there's an ad. Full-size mattress, Royal Tonic, 20-year warranty, like new. Slight urine smell, though. Another one, Chow Mix. Quiet, nice, seems to have been lost for a couple days. Please call to see if we found him yet, I bet. Lost miniature douche hound. Red with black stripe. Named Navi. For sale by owner. Complete set of Encyclopedia Britannicas. 45 volumes. Excellent condition. 1,000 or best offer. No longer needed. Got married last weekend. The wife knows everything. Oh, yeah. Will the person who got hit in the head with the tomato in the 1950s please contact? Okay. Soccer ball signed by either Pele, the former Brazilian soccer player, widely renowned by most experts and fans to be the finest player that has ever existed, or by some guy named Peter, $75. Used toilet paper for sale. This guy's got a wide selection of brands and designs. Call for details and prices. I wonder if he's one of the ones that ran in, these when they swoop in, a whole bunch of kids and they steal stuff from the store. I wonder if that's where they got the toilet paper. All right. Easygoing athletic. 41 seeking, I guess, a female. Looks not important, must be tall, slim, and attractive. Okay, vibrator, used twice, great condition, $10. Oh, yuck. Somebody to go back in time with me, no joke. Huh. Must bring your own weapons, safety not guaranteed. I've only done this once before. The surgeon wanted for a new health clinic opening in the area, no experience needed. Must own tools. Turkey for sale, partially eaten, only 8 days old. Both drumsticks still intact. Okay, folks, that is it for today. We got me and William coming up in about 30 minutes. And it's great to be back. And hopefully you'll see a little more of me. Look around this time slot for us. Please subscribe and share and comment. It was great seeing everybody. So with that, folks, we will be back. We're hoping on Thursday for the same thing, weather and lifestyle news and the World War III report. I have all my tests for my heart surgery coming up tomorrow. So they said plan on being there for a while. So with that, folks, have a wonderful Tuesday. And come on back in about 30 minutes for me and William. And we will see you soon is what I'm just going to say. Bye, folks.